Hola Spain lovers, hola food lovers, Stuart here with another food review video or a restaurant review video if you like. I'm on the outskirts of Madrid in my hometown in the industrial area. The sun is shining, it's a hot sun, it's beating down on my head, a hot autumn sun today, around 18 degrees Celsius. And I'm going to go into this restaurant that I have here to my right, which is called Palacio Criollo, and it is a barbecue style restaurant, an Argentinian restaurant, the Creole Palace, and I'm going to sit down and have a mixed grill with some sides as well. I'm really looking forward to the meal today, so without further ado, let's cross the road, go into the restaurant, sit down and get stuck into the meal. Vamos! So the first thing I'm going to say about this place is that it's very, very big. I reckon you'd fit easily 70, 80, maybe 90, even 100 people in here, depending on how well the tables were put together. There's a huge table sitting down over there at the moment, around 25 people, because we're getting into the time of the year when people are celebrating things, Christmas lunches, Christmas dinners, and other things like that. So this place is going to be very, very busy, and it's also going to be noisy. They specialize in meat, which is what I mentioned at the beginning of the video. We've also got a little tapper here as well, which will accompany our drinks. I've gone for a glass of wine, not sure whether it's a Rioja or Ribera del Duero. Let's see what the quality is like. That's decent, but of course you are paying for it. And another thing about this restaurant is that we've got tablecloths, we've also got a cloth napkin, and a decent size glass of wine. And the decoration, a rustic decoration, I would say. You can see that in the images now, but a very, very rustic look going on here. And this is a typical asador, a place where meat is the specialty. They do fish as well, but there's only around 3 fish dishes available on the menu. So we've gone for meat, we've gone for the mixed grill, and also some side dishes as well. Surprisingly, the meat does not come with any accompaniments. It doesn't come with chips. It doesn't come with any other type of baked potato or anything like that. So we've had to order that separately, but I'm really looking forward to the meal today, I'll tell you that. We'll take a look at some of the reviews that this restaurant has. Overall, 4.1 out of 5. Nearly 2,500 reviews, 2,419 to be exact, so a lot of reviews. And it's holding that 4.1 average, which is fairly good. We'll look at some of the more recent reviews. Let's have a look here and see what people are saying. So we've got Angel saying 5.4, atmosphere 4, maybe for the noise, I don't know. We've got another person here saying 5. That's it. Excellent restaurant with high quality grilled meats and excellent service. Highly recommended. So a good review there. And another one here, 5 stars, and another one here, 5 stars. So the majority of the reviews are fairly decent. We've got one here which is 3 stars. So food 1, service 4, atmosphere 3. So not happy with the food. But again, when the food comes out, we'll see if it's a decent quality food or not. But those are the reviews, so quite high, maintaining that above 4 average. Now, I'm going to try the snack that they've given us, or the tapa, if you like. We've got the chorizo here. Let's see what the quality of this is like. Barbecued, I think it's longaniza. Don't quote me on that. Let's see. So that is a lovely smoky meat sausage that's full of paprika. That's how it gets that orange color that we've got going on here. Take a look at the color of the orange on the plate. See how orange that is there. So this is a sausage which, like chorizo, is absolutely stuffed with paprika, giving it that color, and oil as well. It's a very oily sausage. Tasty, smoky, I like it. And then the other thing that we've got are these big fat olives. Take a look at this. You can see how fat, how plump these olives are, and let's see if this is a decent quality olive or not. I reckon it's going to be for the price. Let's see. Absolutely. And if you love olives like I do, you would absolutely love what's on the plate there. A perfect combination. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Now, we've also been given this bread, which no doubt we will be charged for as well. I think €2 per person is the price for bread. Let's see if it's a decent quality bread for €2. And at the end of the video, we'll know if we have been charged for this or not. But I think it was an extra. Let's see if it's a decent quality bread for €2. It's okay. Okay, the food has arrived, and as you can see, this is an absolute feast. This is what we have been waiting for today, this mixed grill, this mixed Argentinian grill at this restaurant here. Everything has arrived except for the chicken. The chicken is still to come out, and we've also got a couple of side dishes here as well. Come down and have a look at the first side dish. This is what they call here patatas panaderas, which are like fried potatoes, if you like, but not chips. We've also got some asparagus over here as well. As you can see, some grilled asparagus, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of asparagus, a little bit expensive. And the star of the show today is the meat, which is sizzling away here on a hot coal dish, coals straight from the barbecue underneath the meat. The meat is still sizzling away, and I'm really looking forward to getting stuck into this and the chicken, which is still to come. Now, how am I going to get this on the plate? That is the question. I'm going to start with this sausage here. This is the Argentinian chorizo, if you like, the chorizo criollo. It doesn't have the paprika, which a Spanish chorizo would have. This is a white chorizo, if you like, Argentinian type. I'm going to put that back over there so my partner can have some as well. We'll get some of the blood sausage, morcilla, as it's called here, also an Argentinian specialty. We'll get some meat on the plate as well, which is sizzling away. I'm not sure what type of meat this is, but there's different pieces of meat here. And the secret is going to be as to how well this meat is cooked. I'm also going to get some of these sweetbreads. We've got sweetbreads on here as well. This is an absolute treat. And another cut of meat under here, which is like a flank steak as well, I think. Or maybe that's something different. I don't know. Time will tell. It'll be interesting to see exactly what we've got on the plate. Let's see if we've got anything else here worth putting on the plate. Another piece of steak here, I think, as well. And what else we got down below here? Let's have a look. Wow, look at this. This is another piece of steak. So we've got different types of steak. We've got the sweetbread, we've got the sausages, the black sausage, the black pudding, and also that chorizo and the sweetbreads here, which I'm going to try first. So I'm going to dig into this. And don't forget the chicken. So let's see what the quality of this is like. That absolutely melts in your mouth. I'll tell you what, I like this setup because it's keeping the meat hot, keeping the meat warm. It's not overcooking the meat because a lot of the meat's sitting on top. Maybe underneath there is some meat that's going to be a little bit overcooked, but we'll get that off quickly. But the sweetbreads are unbelievable. Let me go in for some more. In Spanish, mollejas. Mollejas. And you can see what we're dealing with here. Not for everyone, I can understand that, but I personally love this type of food. Amazing. The chorizo, the Argentinian chorizo. How is it cooked? Perfectly or not? That's the question. Let's see what the taste is like. Maybe a little bit underdone. I would have preferred a little bit more well done on the inside. It's a little bit raw, I think. Should I send it back? I don't know. Let me go back for a second piece just to make sure. You would expect it to be perfectly cooked at a place like this because they're professional barbecuers. But that's a little bit underdone for me, but it's edible. Now, the black pudding or the blood sausage, whatever you want to call it. Let's see what this is like. Not the typical Spanish black pudding. There's no rice in it, which is one of the typical ones here. This is the Argentinian style. Let's see what this is like. So, the first thing you notice there are the different spices that are coming out. There's a sweetness coming out of the black pudding as well. An absolute treasure, an absolute delight to eat. And again, melts in your mouth. Now, what I want to do, let's get some of these potatoes on the plate. Some of these patatas panaderas. Let me see if I can break that. There we go. I'll also get one of these green asparagus on the plate as well. And let's see what these potatoes are like. I'm going to say, this is one of my favorite ways that they do potatoes here in Spain, these patatas panaderas. They're not fries, they're slow-cooked potatoes, again in olive oil. They sit there for longer than a French fry. The temperature of the oil is not as hot, and they're a lot softer as well. Obviously not as soft as a mash, but the consistency is not far off. We've got some onion and some red pepper in here as well. Let's see what this is like. That's tasty. And the asparagus, let's see. Perfectly cooked. Now, the chicken has arrived. Come and check out the chicken. We've got a perfectly cooked piece of chicken there, which has been done on the grill. Fairly decent size as well. And I'll get some of that on the plate in just a moment. But I want to try this steak. Let's see what the quality of this steak is like. How is that cooked to your liking? Is it too pink? Is it too overdone? I don't know. Let's see. The seasoning's good. I would have preferred it perhaps a little rarer, if that makes sense. But it's quite good. It's a tender piece of steak. The cut of the steak, I think it said on the menu, was entrecôte. I'm not sure what that is in English, but fairly popular cut of steak here. It's not too fatty, but it's got the right amount of fat running through it, which is important. We'll leave that there. Let's try this other piece of steak, which is the part of the steak which is closer to the ribs, if you like, fattier, and a tougher piece of steak, I think, but full of flavour. Absolutely full of flavour. Let's go back with some more. Again, well seasoned, the right amount of salt. We can see how well cooked this one is. I suppose, given how thin that piece of steak is, that it's difficult to get it any rarer than this. A little bit overcooked for my liking, but it's tasty. I don't know what this is. I think it's pork. Let's see. And this has been overcharred, I think. Does that add flavour, all of the charring? I don't know. But again, it's a little bit dry. So that would be my biggest criticism of this particular piece of meat. So we're about halfway through this mixed grill, and I'm going to say that so far the standout for me has been the entrecôte, or the ribeye steak, which I have found out that is the name in English. And this cut is also known as a short rib, which is a little bit fattier, got the bone running through it as well. The chorizo is a little bit undercooked, so I put it back on the grill to get a little bit more going on there. And I've also enjoyed the sweetbread, I will say. That has been quite tasty. Now, the chicken has arrived. Let me get a piece of chicken on the plate. Again, it's a chicken breast. My biggest complaint about chicken breasts is that sometimes they can be a little bit dry. Hopefully that's not going to be the case. Let's cut in and see what the quality of this chicken is like. It looks promising. It doesn't look too dry. Let's see what the taste is like. That's decent. It's also well seasoned. I reckon it's been cooked perfectly, because as we know, with chicken, you can't take any chances, right? I'm also going to try some more of this asparagus, which is also very, very tasty. Let me cut it up into smaller pieces. The grill sizzling away to my right. And some more of these potatoes, the patatas panaderas, as they are called, which have been another highlight of this meal. And the thing I like about these potatoes, apart from the way they're cooked, is you also get the flavors of the onion and the red peppers running through there as well. So that's an added bonus. And if we have a look at the chicken on the skin, a perfect char going on there. And you can really taste the flavors of that char. So I reckon this has been a decent mixed grill for two people at this restaurant here today. Just got to get through it. Now, I'm almost done and dusted. Final cut through this steak here. I'm not going to eat any more. This bit's a little bit tough. Bit of skin there, a little bit tough. Let me finish off these wonderful potatoes and peppers and onions I reckon that's it for me. What's left? We can see we've got some of this short rib. We've got some of the sweetbreads. We've also got a piece of pork, I think, or maybe that's all sweetbread, not sure. And also this chorizo is left over as well. My partner didn't fancy it. It was a little bit too raw. So that has been a decent sized meal today for 2 people, I think. Fairly big dish full of mixed grill, as we saw there, the different types of meat. We saw the red meat that we had there. We also saw the chicken, which took a little while to come out because they have to cook it for longer, of course. The sausages were good, the sweetbreads were tasty, and the 2 side dishes, I reckon they went down a treat as well. So I have chosen well today, I think. I haven't spoken about the wine. Let's go back to this. It was a decent quality wine. Let's see. Not sure what the price of this glass is going to be, but I reckon it's going to be around a €3 glass of wine, maybe a little bit more. But is it worth it? Absolutely. And sometimes not ordering the meal of the day or the menu of the day, ordering straight from the menu, a la carte if you like, is the way to go. I'm extremely full. I'm satisfied. My partner's satisfied as well. I didn't eat any of the bread. The wine was a decent quality. I'm not going to go for dessert today because I'm too full. It would be an absolute waste. But what I am going to do is ask for this to be taken away, because that is something that you can do nowadays. Restaurants are obliged to put this into a takeaway container and not charge you for it. So that's what I'm going to do now. Ask for the bill, pay the bill, and give my final thoughts on the meal experience today. Stay tuned. So the bill has arrived, the bill has been paid. How much do you think I've paid for the meal today? Well, if you are wondering, €53.45, as you can see there. The breakdown, the 2 pieces of bread that we had, €3. The potato dish, €3.90. The asparagus, the green asparagus, €6.25. A little bit expensive for my liking, but that's the price. We had the mixed grill, the Creole mixed grill, as it's called here, €33.90, and 2 glasses of red wine, €6.40. So what's that? €3.20 each. So I was right. More than €3 for the glass of wine, $3.20 to be exact. My final thoughts on the meal that we have had today. There was no starter. There was only the main meal, which was that mixed grill. So fairly simply, I'm going to give it a 4.2, primarily because the quantity was good. There was plenty of it. No problems about that. Even for the quantity, I'd probably say 4.5. But the quality of dropping down a little bit, 4. So if we even it out, 4.2, if that makes sense, of course. The sausage, the black sausage or the black pudding was fine, no problems with that. The other sausage that I had, the chorizo, was a little bit underdone, take points off for that. The steak that we had there, the 2 different types of steak, we had the short rib, no problems, a little bit fatty, a little bit dry, but it is what it is. And also the entrecôte or the ribeye steak, I'm going to say that was one of the highlights of the meal today. That was very, very good. The sweetbreads were tasty. The pork was a little bit too dry for my liking, but everything else on the dish was okay. And both of us were satisfied with the meal. The quantity, as I said, was decent. The quality dropping a little bit, but in general, I am satisfied. The 2 side dishes that we had, the potato dish, I'm going to give that a 4.5, lovely, and the asparagus, 4, because it was too expensive for what it is. Yes, asparagus is expensive, but I think they went over the top, charging me over €6 for 6 pieces of asparagus. The wine, no dramas there. I'm going to give that a 4.2. It was a decent quality wine, but again, I paid for it. And the service in this restaurant, the name of the waitress or the wait person was Stephanie, and she did a good job. 4.5. She was attentive, brought everything on time, and was very kind and friendly as well. And as I said, I've got the leftovers to take home, which is part of the rules and regulations here in Spain nowadays. If you don't eat all of your food, there's a new law that was brought in last year called the waste food law or something like that. restaurants are obliged to put it into a container and not charge you for it. So that is what I have there. So in general, as I said, around 4.2 for the escorted day. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Was it a decent price for what we had? Was it too expensive? Was it value for money? Let me know in that comment section below. Anything else that you have to add to the conversation, please, the comment section is also the place for you. Give the video a thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you didn't. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so that you never miss a video when I publish it. Until the next one, buen provecho from Madrid.